Kane still in there?
Nah, his lady paged me. I'm gonna let Kane know you here.
Now take them motherfucking clothes off before I had to do it for you, bitch.
I'd rather take a fucking bullet.
Talking me. Somebody sprinkle rubber on me. I ain't trying to catch that die slow.
What's happening, Life Gamers and Snowfall fans? I'm still shook by the events of episode 6 in season 6. This is going to be my season 6 episode 7 trailer, but what I'm trying to do with these trailer breakdowns now, if I can't do a full review, I'll do a mini review. And so before we start breaking down what's going to happen in episode 7, this is going to be the quick mini review. And what can I say about that Snoop Dogg head mother effer pimp? Talking about he need a rubber because he worried about getting a die slow from Louie. I'm looking at him like, nigga, you look like you already got the die slow, and it started with your damn hair. But ladies and gentlemen, this episode, by the way, I'm Lamont Tyson. Please subscribe, download the podcast, follow me on Instagram, Twitter, leave me messages at them spots too, and you can get the podcast. This episode starts out with Touchdown Teddy having to call the mother of his children because of what Franklin did in the previous episode. And some people still don't like what Franklin did, but I'm gonna say this. Franklin did it because he knew this would make Teddy just as crazy in the head as it seems like Franklin is behaving. Because Teddy didn't really care for the dad. Holding the dad hostage would not have done nothing to Teddy. But killing the dad gives Teddy the idea that Franklin ain't playing. He might get somebody else. So that's why Teddy is frantically calling the baby mama. And she's just like, damn, not this again. We see my girl V. Is y'all ready to jump on the V train? I told y'all you could trust V. She stood by her man in that old country song. She told Cassandra to kick rocks. I'm not going to be like you and all the thousands of men you done been through leaving and dodging and ducking and shit. I'm staying by my man. I don't care what you got to say. And you know what? I've been told y'all I'm Team V now. I'm not calling her Veronica no more. She's Veronique. The hair right, the makeup right, the eyeliner right, her man right. She gonna stand there, have this baby, and they're gonna live in bliss because Franklin is treating her the way she wants to be treated. Then, ladies and gentlemen, oh boy, we get my man Rome. And the range of emotions that this man went through in this scene right here with Louie. We get down to the nuts and bolts of Louie. Louie is having an insecure moment and an ego problem. Because right now she thinks that everybody reveres Rome as the head of the organization. He's the muscle. And she's just someone sitting in the back seat. Well, if the shoe fits, wear it, MFer. And so Rome is like, I'm getting out of this game. You know, I can't do this shit no more. I'm tired of these bullets. No bullets. And he leaves. And Louie's telling him she ain't leaving because she need more time. You see what time gets you, Louie? Death. But I got to say, this was a great scene between Louie and Rome. Just the emotions, man. I was touched by this scene. Then, ladies and gentlemen, we get Touchdown Teddy. He threatens Ruben, the Cuban KGB person. And I was a little worried for Teddy when he started drinking that coffee because he paused for a minute. I'm thinking, what the hell did Ruben Cuban slip in that coffee? He might have slipped some of that nut in that coffee when he pulled from his penis being pulled out of his boyfriend's butt. But anyway, Teddy persists to threaten him and threaten his lover and tells Ruben the Cuban, if I have to come back, you're gonna die. I don't know why Teddy didn't just kill him right now anyway. Because it was a complete shock to me that Teddy just showed up to this man's house like it won't nothing. I was like, damn, Teddy, you the man. And so I think Teddy done got his face back with Cuban Ruben. It's just a matter of time to see how it ends with those two. But who knows, they might decide to damn near team up. We get the team up we all been hoping for. And please, folks, let's hope that Oso is going to be straight up with Frank. We've loved these two on screen from day one, from all the way season 1 when Franklin used to go see my man doing the Lucha Libre Mexican wrestling. And Oso is telling Franklin, you give me $1 million in passports for my family, I got your back. I will get you Teddy. Please, ladies and gentlemen, let that happen. Because right now, you got to be thinking, Oso is thinking, Franklin is under pressure from really the KGB, Teddy, DEA, and his family. And I guess because Oso is in so much chaos himself, the only person he feels like he can trust and go to that understands the level of chaos and the gravity that's at stake is Franklin. Franklin has done him right. So I saw this coming. I'm glad it's happened. I just don't want Oso to let me down. And this right here was the point of no return for Lou. Her ass want to be out there and be a fucking equestrian. Gets on the horse while she's being surveilled by Kane's men. The horse hear a gunshot, and what did it do? It bucked her little light ass off. And that's when she got apprehended. And that apprehended led to her being tortured by Kane because Kane wants Buckley. I don't understand why Lou was trying to be so hard about Buckley. Maybe she feels like Buckley is the only line of defense she has against the police. And he's also kind of muscle that she can use to bend the police to her will. Well, you know what? Trying to stay faithful to his ass got you. It got you some of the worst torturing scenes I've ever seen on TV. Because Kane put a damn brand K on your chest after having lived a life of branding cows so that folks know who bitch you is. You Kane's bitch. But while he was doing it, Franklin was standing there. And I saw it in Franklin's eyes. Even though he hate her, she took his money and all that. He is married to Franklin's uncle. I mean, she is married to Franklin's uncle. And you could just feel that even if he's not feeling for her, he was feeling for Unc. And then I was thinking to myself, the torture could be worse. At least nobody's raping her. And then Kane says, I got some jailhouse niggas that's going to put penises in you. You don't want none of that shit. So then she go get the Snoop Dogg hair pimp dude who has her bent over, butt crack showing everywhere. And Miss Angela Lewis, you got a nice fanny back there. I'll just say that. But before he could get up in them guts, the cavalry came in, Rome came in, Leon came in, Franklin came in, looking like the damn A-team gone black, minus a white guy. And they saved her, but the cost was grave because we lost the Unc. And that shit was sad as hell, ladies and gentlemen. So that's my mini recap. If you want a full recap, come back tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern while I have the living legend Larry and Miss K. Let's go on ahead and dive on into this trailer. Let's take a look, then we'll break it down.
Tomorrow, I put my husband in the ground, and I got Franklin to thank for that.
I need $500,000. What's it for? The price of freedom.
Walk away from this.
You can't.
It's only gonna get worse.
All of it is Franklin's fault. Ain't no one going home with clean hands.
All right, in the beginning, ladies and gentlemen, you hear Louie saying, tomorrow I put my husband in the grave. Oh boy, Louie, as I'm listening to this is what I don't understand. You are actually trying to blame Franklin for this. And as she's going voicing over, they show the people going to the funeral. They show a beautiful picture of Lou and Unc freshly married. And then they show like just a devastating picture of Lou looking like the damn Walking Dead done gone black. Everything all on her face. I mean, this lady done been beaten pillar to post. And she's saying, I got Franklin to thank for this. How is that? Are we going back to season 1 when you feel like you got Franklin in the game? Franklin tried to tell y'all to get out the game. He tried to make you an exit plan. And secondly, you ungrateful bitch, if it wasn't for Franklin, you wouldn't be alive right now. Most likely, you would have been raped. You would have been branded. You'd be dead. Would you prefer death to Rome? Rome tried to give you an out and said, let's get out the game. But no, your insecurity for power, your insecurity for wanting to be a leader, got your man killed, got you branded, and Franklin really saved you. Wow. And then we hear Franklin, he's saying, he's talking to Leon as we go through the funeral, man. I mean, this just looked like Franklin got the whole damn Black Panthers movement as he's going through this funeral, walking with his mama, fake ass Morris Chestnut in the background, walking with V. And then they just show Louie just in agony and pain, screaming. She don't know what the hell she's going to do. And I don't know what she's going to do either. So who going to be rocking with her now? Nobody but Buckley. Is he going to be trying to hit on her now? Because y'all know Buckley got two problems, women and crack. Franklin is talking to Leon, saying, I need a $500,000. Leon's like, for what? Franklin's like, for freedom, my G, for freedom. Then we get Teddy's child's mother saying, bruh, why don't we just walk away from this? Teddy's like, nah, I can't do that. And I'm sitting here looking at the pictures as they scroll by, and you got Triple P, panty draw, Payne, Parissa standing in the background while Teddy's talking to his baby mama. And I'm thinking, Teddy, you got the mother of your kids and your new sex desire right there with you. Why don't you just run off in the sunset with both of them, have your little threesome family or throuple family, and be done with it? But no, you see, this is why I say what Franklin did really got Teddy messed up in the head, because Teddy would have thought about just getting out the game had Franklin not amped this thing up to another level. Franklin knew exactly what buttons to push with Teddy, and just holding Daddy hostage wouldn't have been enough. So he pushed the right buttons. Now he's got Teddy really on the defensive, and that's what Franklin wants to flush him out. Oh, man. Oh, man. Now this right here, this little part of the trailer hurts, man. Sissy is looking at Jerome. Franklin's trying to put his arm on her, and Sissy's just throwing that shit off, man, because she wanted out the game too. She done lost almost all the men in her family. All she got left now really is Franklin, if you of the mindset Alton is dead. Maybe Alton ain't dead and he'll come back somehow in the end, because I do think that Sissy will survive, and hopefully she's going to be the one to pull the bullet on Louie. But she is so done right now. She done lost her brother. She probably really never cared for Louie in the first place, and she just don't want to hear it from Franklin. Then we got Lou, still blaming this all on Franklin, saying all this is Franklin's fault. And I believe right here, most likely she might be speaking to Buckley, but probably the greatest opportunity of who she's speaking to is probably Sissy. And Sissy probably don't really want to hear this coming from her, because she knows where Louie's allegiance lied. And as they show that, they flash back to the painful moment when Aunt was dying. And then they end this whole trailer with Sissy, I'm assuming, speaking to Louie, saying, ain't nobody going home with clean hands. How do you guys interpret that? What is she saying? Is this her basically threatening Louie? I hope it is. But I want to hear from you guys, man. Leave me all your comments. This was the hardest episode of Snowfall this season. I'm going to say definitely one of the top 2 hardest TV episodes we've seen this 2023. This show has just gotten so good. I don't know how you get much better than what we just saw. I'm sad for Jerome, but come on, check us out tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern, where we'll break this thing down a little further, take your comments, and let's see what's up. Don't forget to like the video, ladies and gentlemen. Comment, subscribe, follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and the TikTok. Please download the podcast. And until that next Sex is Hell video, I'm out of here, man. Rest in peace, Unc.